YouTube, what's going on? It's Juan Gotti here with another video, and in today's video, we're going to be going over why I believe, or how I believe, the Washington Redskins could win the NFC East in 2020. So without further ado, let's get straight into today's video. But before we do, make sure you guys go down below, leave a like on this video, subscribe if you're new, and turn on post notifications so you can get notified when I upload a video about the NFL, or in this case, our Washington Redskins. And let's get straight into today's video. So it feels like we say the same thing in every video on how the Washington Redskins could win the NFC, or win the NFC East and win the Super Bowl. It seems like we say the same thing, but I mean, is it not true? So reason number one on how the Washington Redskins could win the NFC East is obviously taking care of business. Taking care of business in division games. So that means when the season comes and we play the Giants, Eagles, or Cowboys, we got to take care of business. Ain't no more getting swept by the Eagles, Cowboys, and or Giants like we did last year. I don't even think we got a division win last year. I think we went. I think we didn't get a win at all last year, honestly, in a division, because we only got 3 wins. So we got swept by everybody last year. And no more of that if you want to win the NFC East. If you want to win the NFC East, you have to take care of division games, and that's quite frankly for any division in football. If you want to win your division, you have to take care of business when you play your division division rival. So with that being said, you have to take care of business. Ain't no more, getting blown out. Ain't no more of you, losing close games in the fourth quarter because you didn't make no types of substitutions. This is going to be on the coaching staff too, as much as it's going to be on the players. You have to prepare the players to be ready to play those big games, especially in the NFC East. Now, if you was in like the NFC West, there's no chance the Washington Redskins have a chance to win the division in 2020. I'm just being real. You got the Rams who are slowly rebuilding but still have a top tier defense. You have the 49ers who are just coming freshly off of a Super Bowl loss, who are going to be angry and want to have that chip on their shoulder to get back to that Super Bowl. And then you have none other than the Seattle Seahawks, who are always in the Super Bowl talk and always in the NFC West division crown talk. So if you were in the NFC West, there's no chance that you have a chance to win this, the NFC West in 2020 if the Redskins were in any other division. But the Redskins are in the most perfect position and division to somehow win their division this year. The Cowboys are always mediocre, although they do have the best and most talented team in the NFC East. They always somehow be mediocre. Now that could possibly change under the new regime, under Mike McCarthy and Kellen Moore obviously coming back for his second year, but that can obviously change. But it was a reason why Green Bay got rid of Mike McCarthy. His formations and his offensive playbook, his defensive scheme, whatever, are all outdated. That's the reason why the Green Bay Packers got rid of Mike McCarthy, because of his playbook and his scheme was just outdated. Now that possibly could change now that he had a year off and he had a chance to scheme and sit down and just watch instead of having to go to work every Sunday. He got a chance to just watch how football is played now, because he was coaching for a very long time. But that's not really an excuse, because Bill Belichick, John Harbaugh, all the guys that are veterans, Andy Reid, they all been coaching for 20 plus years, but they were able to adapt to the new wave of the NFL football. So that's no reason why he should get a pass for getting fired from Green Bay. But that was the reason why he got fired from Green Bay. And just like how I can say that about the Cowboys fans can easily say that's why the Panthers got rid of Ron Rivera, because of his lack of leadership. That's what I said when I read the why they got rid of Ron Rivera, is because the David Tepper is the owner. I think that's him. He said that he just wanted a new face in the Carolina Panthers. Now, mind you, Ron Rivera has been coaching there for about 10, 11 years now, and they said that it was a lack of leadership, but the players came out and said that Ron Rivera was a great leader. The reason for the Panthers getting rid of Ron Rivera is because, like I said, David Tepper, the owner, said it was just time for a new face of the franchise. So, with that being said, although you have the Cowboys with a new regime, you have the Redskins with a new regime, who are you going to trust more? Ron Rivera or Mike McCarthy? Now, this video is not about them, but I'm just trying to give you the breakdown of each team and how the Washington Redskins can take advantage of them. The Washington Redskins, Ron Rivera got fired because they wanted a new face in Carolina. They said there was time for a change, and you gotta understand that sometimes when you're not winning on a consistent basis, although Ron Rivera did have a Super Bowl run and winning seasons there in Carolina, I guess it just wasn't enough for David Tepper and the Panthers organization. So would you rather have Ron Rivera, who got fired because they wanted a new face in Carolina, or would you rather be Green Bay, or should I say the Dallas Cowboys, and they fired Mike McCarthy because his playbook and his scheme was outdated? Which one sounds more better in a better scenario? I'm taking the Washington Redskins, and don't mind you what I got on or back there. Just try to ignore that. But if I wasn't a fan of the Redskins or the Cowboys, which I'm not, but I'm just saying, if I wasn't a fan of either team, I would have still picked the Washington Redskins. Why? Because he has the better reason of not being fired or being fired. You know what I mean? It's not no good reason to being fired regardless, because I mean obviously you like to hold on to your job, but you got to look at the reasons why he was fired. Like I said, I would take the Washington Redskins. So with that being said, with the Washington Redskins winning the NFC East, reason number one, you have to take advantage of the weak division. The Dallas Cowboys always have the new talent and the best talented team in NFC East, but they always find a way to be mediocre. Hence, last year should have easily won the NFC East, especially with how beat up and brutal every team was. Even the Philadelphia Eagles, who made it to the playoffs and was still in that game before Carson Wentz got hurt. Carson Wentz was literally throwing to Greg Ward, third-string practice squad receivers, and he still got the job done. So that should tell you how weak this division is. You have a team when hurt, playing with third strings and practice squads, of course, when hurt, but still able to get the job done. You know that you can always beat the Cowboys because they have the great talent, but they're always mediocre. So that's one, the Cowboys out the way. The Giants, you know what to do with the Giants. They're young, just like the Washington Redskins. So take advantage of their lack of experience. And then Joe Judge, a special teams coordinator, who I know he's a special teams coordinator, but it's something special, obviously, that Dave Gettleman and those guys like of him. But just take advantage of Judge Judy. Just take advantage of Joe Judge Judy, just being a special teams coordinator. He's going to have to earn my respect. You know how Ron Rivera, Mike McCarthy, I don't want to say Doug Peterson because, I guess I'll throw Doug Peterson in there. But a lot of people like to, give Doug Peterson a hard time, even Eagles fans. But they all got my respect because they built their name in the NFL. But Joe Judge, he's going to have to earn my respect. You're a special teams coordinator in my eyes. You're still a special teams coordinator. Now, it would be different if you was like an offensive coordinator, defensive coordinator, and you got hired. But you're a special, you're a special teams coordinator. You got me choking, man. That's how you know. But, yeah, you're a special teams coordinator. So you got to earn my respect. Because, like I said, if you was an offensive coordinator or a defensive coordinator, it would be different. So moving on to number 2. After number 1, we said you got to take care of business. Number 2 is obviously Dwayne Haskins' development. It feels like we talk about this in every video, but I mean it's true. And it seems like Dwayne Haskins is really good. I'm just being honest. From the training videos that he posts every single day, he's literally working out every day of the week. So it seems like his development is going really well, and I just can't wait for training camp. And I feel as though that Dwayne Haskins is gonna wake the hood up. So no, he's gonna wake the NFL up. He already said last year that the NFL and the league done messed up, so it's time for him to prove it this year, and I think he will. Reason 3 being the new coaching staff. How do you want Dwayne Haskins to be successful, but you don't build the offense around him? And I think that's what's going to be new or different about this coaching staff. Scott Turner, in an interview that he did a couple days ago, said he sees Dwayne Haskins and he loves the progress that he's making and that he's working with Terry Sims and or Kelvin Harmon. They all were working out. They took a picture. Like Urban Meyer said when he does interviews with people and they talk about Dwayne Haskins, he says if you want Dwayne Haskins to be successful, you got to put talent around him. And I think that's what they did. That's what they did in the draft this year and last year. Although they're young, they are talented. And I feel as though that now that Dwayne Haskins have a coaching staff that believes in him and wants him to be successful, you're going to see a new Dwayne Haskins. Last year, we talk about this, you already know what I'm about to say. We talk about this every single day. Last year, Jay Gruden and the coaching staff and everyone in the organization outside of Daniel Snyder did not want Dwayne Haskins. They all wanted Daniel Jones, and it was just like they didn't do anything to help him get ready. In the weekends of practice, they had him practicing with the scout team, and then you just throw him in the fire. And of course, you knew that was going to bring a bad backtrack from the NFL media. So now that he has a whole offseason to get better, which he's been doing, lost 10 pounds, lost 6% of body fat, he is going to be nasty, man. He's practicing every single day, practicing with Antonio Brown, practicing with Devontae Parker, practicing with Rakim that goes to Maryland now. So it's just like this dude he has a chip on his shoulder. He wants to prove everybody wrong, and I'm pretty sure he's not living to do that, but he's just like, hey, man, if I want this job, I want to get the respect in the NFL, I got to work for it. So he knows what he got to do. So all I'm saying, for the Washington Redskins to win the NFC East next year, if you want them to win the NFC East next year, I think it's just 2, or you can even say 3 big things that need to happen. Take care of business in the NFC East. In your division games, obviously win the rest of your games too. But try to take try to take advantage of the NFC East, because we know how good the teams is, but you also know how weak they are and how mediocre they can play. Hence the Dallas Cowboys, really. But you got to take advantage of take control of your division. Then obviously win the games outside of your division. But key importance to win NFC East, you gotta win your home games. You gotta win your games versus the Cowboys, Eagles, and Giants. So take care of those games, and you should be in the playoffs. You should win your NFC East, so you gotta do that. And I feel as though Dwayne Haskins and the guys could do that this year, man. Nobody could check Terry McLaurin. Dwayne Haskins looks to be revitalized, and this front seven is just nasty. Chase Young, Montez Sweat, Matt Ioannidis, Deron Payne, John Allen, Ryan Anderson, Reuben Foster, Sean Dion Hamilton, Sean Davis, Landon, like, the list goes on to how talented this team is, and I'm finally happy that we have a coaching staff that believes him. I think Jack Del Rio is going to get the best out of everybody, including Ryan Kerrigan, who people think is slowed down, who I don't think is slowed down. I just feel as though that he was put in the wrong scheme. So now that we're in a 4-3, teams are going to be waking up this year, and I feel as though the Washington Redskins can have a top 10 defense this year. Shout out to my boy Pedro, who made a video on that yesterday. Top 10 defense, and I feel as though, bold prediction, I've been saying this since the start of the offseason, and we hired Ron Rivera. I don't care what nobody say. I already know I'm going to get a lot of backlash from this, but Dwayne Haskins will have an MVP trophy by the end of this year, and if he don't, he's gonna be in the top 5 discussion for MVP. Trust me. And you can screen record this, call me a fool now all you want, but see me in 9 months. As always, me, boy One Gotti. Like, comment, subscribe, hell to the Redskins. Turn on post notifications so you get notified when I upload a video about the NFL. In this case, our Washington Redskins. I gave you my big three, things that I think the Washington Redskins have to do to win the NFC East. What do you think they have to do to win the NFC East? As always, me and boy One Gotti. Like, comment, subscribe, hell to the Redskins. I gave you my opinion, and the floor is yours. Tell me what you think our boys got to do to win the NFC East. I'm out. Peace.